They're playing in Central Park, and Jake Allen is shouting at the gate. Billy didn't tell you everything, or did he mention the magic day? Well, I figured it out from a fig tree. It's the chosen fruit of the WSL, and now you've been back for 50 years, and now it looks like that is taking off Isabel. Waiting for October, I cross my fingers, cross my heart, and hope to die. Waiting for October, I'm in the book and I'll be learning how to fly. He's coming down, but he's not alone. He's gonna bring an army of saints, and he's taking.
What up? I am back, finally. Another VHS update. I think it's been about 4 months since the last one, and I've gotten thousands of tapes. No, not thousands, but definitely hundreds of tapes, and I've picked out the very best or very worthwhile tapes, basically, to show off. Got a few of them, so let's get through. I went to Whorehound in Columbus and met up with some friends of mine, did some trading, you know. Got some good things for my boy Tony Salamone. Got this serial killer, or Las Vegas serial killer on camp. You can see that. I think this is a sequel or a prequel to Skid Row Slasher meets the Hollywood Strangler, some shit like that, whatever. Regardless, this is a really cool tape to have. Then I got this, Emmanuel in Egypt. You might have seen in earlier videos that I love Emmanuel. Great. Emmanuel in America, one of my favorite movies. It's insane. So I try and get any of them, especially if they're in a big box. And this one looks like it's brand new. Not even a dent on it. Then let's see, what else did I get from him? I think I got, I don't think I got this from him, but I did get this from somebody at Whorehound. Mission Phantom. Whorehound was basically like the whole parking lot. Everyone was trading tapes. It was amazing. And I walked over to some guy who was just pulling tapes out of his trunk, and there was already a guy there waiting to buy some stuff from him. Immediately I saw 2 wizards, I think. This and this. For sure this, I'm not 100% sure about this one. But this one, I grabbed it right away, right out from under the other guy, and bought it. Got it for like $10 maybe. Amazing deal. Yeah, Mission Phantom, both of those on Wizard. Let's see, I guess I'll go through the other Wizard titles I got. I got this from Tony Salamone, SS Experiment. Look really closely, this is an amazing cover. 2 girls wrestling, or making love, I should say, in bed. Barbed wire around it, got that fucking dude in the back. I mean, this is just classic Nazi exploitation, and it's even one of the white borders, which are the earlier Wizard releases. I know I have Zombie like that. Then I got this one too, Space Vampires. You know, how could you pass this up? Space Vampires, that's just combining 2 great genres. It looks so cheesy, so stupid. It's probably terrible, but terrible fun. And then this, I won online, I went on eBay, from the guy Movie Mark, I think is his name on there, and normally he has like really expensive tapes, but I was able to snag this one pretty cheap. Student Union. This is, if you look closely, the cover is ridiculous. Like, it's half painted, then there's real people in the background, real nature, like, looks really weird. But yeah, this is just sexploitation. Tons of nudity, you know, sex. It's basically my style movie. Now, moving on, I guess I'll go through a couple porn tapes I picked up. Classic Edward Penis Hands. I mean, I'm sure everyone knows what this movie is. It's just the title alone and fucking, you can go on YouTube, I'm sure there's some clips on there. Dude has fucking dildos for hands, it's crazy. Then I got this, Friday the 13th, Part 2, The Next Degeneration. Has nothing to do with Friday the 13th other than they go to hell and one of the guys' names is Jason. So, but, I mean, great. They ripped right off the font, the title, everything. Then this, finally, I got this. Tracy, I Love You. This is the only legal Tracy Lords porn there is. So, no calling the cops on me. Settle down. But Tracy Lords, easily one of my favorite, if not my favorite porn actress. Movie's great. Watched it, you know. That's all I gotta say about that. Then speaking of Tracy Lords, I won this from my boy Ed McHale online. Tracy's Big Trick. This is actually an unauthorized biography of the notorious Tracy Lords. It's got Ron Jeremy in there, and the main reason I bought it was because it was released on VSP, Valley Star Productions, and I know in the last update, if you can remember back that far, 3+ months, I got Santa Claus Conquers the Aliens, I believe is the alternate title. Santa Claus Defeats the Aliens. And I also mentioned how I got Scarface Killer, so now I have 3 movies on that company. Very cool company. Again, following in the Tracy Lords theme, I got Foxy Boxing. This is on Main Event Video. I did a review of this. You can go check it out. It's so good. So good. Main Event Video is actually Premier Entertainment Group. They're the company that released Monster, which I showed off before, Revenge of the Zombies, I believe, Chuper, those big boxes. This is a sub-label of theirs. But yeah, this has Tracy Lords in it. She plays the round girl, and it's ridiculous. She even gets in on the fighting. It's hilarious. Then I guess a nice segue into what I'm going to talk about next. I got Taxi Girls from a friend of mine at the VHS convention, which if you missed out, I feel bad for you. It was amazing. Shout out to Chad for hooking me up with this. Just on Air Video, you know, I collect Air, so had to get this, even though cover looks really not that good. But yeah. I also got this from him, which I'm way more excited about. Andy Warhol's Dracula. And before I showed off Frankenstein, but this is just sick. Really rare tape, nice bright colors. Really cool to add to my Air collection. Then I can't even remember who or where I got this, but Fearmaker. I might have got this from Tony Salamone, actually. I might have bought this from him online, but yeah, Air Video, crazy horror movie, you know, looks great. Haven't watched it yet. Then I got these next 2 from Johnny Dickey, who, if you haven't checked out Slaughter Tales, you can order that online. Go to VHShitfest and just go through. It's one of the last like 5 posts. Awesome movie. He's only 14 years old. He'll forever be 14 years old. He made a great feature-length horror movie. But yeah, he hooked me up with this super rare Air Video for Hollywood Babylon. I mean, this is beat up, but this is so hard to find that I'm not complaining. And same with this, Behind the Cellar Door. Another nice horror movie. I always love this cover. There's just something off about that girl. Whoever painted this, I don't know what they were thinking, but yeah, this is cool. Love Air Video, and as you can tell by Carnation Killer, another Air Video. I also got the slipcase of this, which I believe, to my knowledge, is the only movie that I've found, at least so far, that released both a big box and a slipcase. So that's really cool. And then these last 2 are insane. Bog on Air Video. I already had the Prism clamshell of this, but this movie, try and find this one. This release is so rare, so cool. So I'm really happy to have that. Then, last but not least for the Air titles, Housegeist, aka Boarding House. This is so nice. This is as good a condition copy as you can get, and I mean, I love the movie Boarding House. If you haven't seen it, first shot on video movie. It's so sleazy, so ridiculous, and I mean, having this release, the retitling is insane. The cover is ridiculous. The back cover is amazing. I mean, everything about this. I mean, just holding it, I'm so happy to have it. Next up, also at the VHS convention, I got this from Red Room on Facebook, Survival 1990. This is one of those terrible Canadian TV movies that I always mention. It was released on video to video, and I think the only video to video title that I need, at least that I know of, is Lady Bear. I know it sounds terrible, but if you have that movie, I need it. It's not super rare or anything, but I'm looking for it for a good price, not cut or faded, so hook me up. Then I got this in the mail. Hopefully everyone's ordered their copy of this. I made a post about it on VHShitfest a while back. It's the Turnpike Killer. Big shout out to Nick Tenaris. Really cool guy. Met him at the VHS convention. They screened the movie there. I didn't get a chance to watch it because I had a table, but it looks great, and this big box is super nice. It's the first VHS big box that's released in the right size, right dimensions and everything, so that's really cool. Maybe there will be a review of that soon, so look out for that. Then finally, I got this at Columbus. I had ordered it a while ago, but hadn't got it yet. The 5x5 DVD big box. I showed off the VHS, I believe, a while back, so that was cool to get. Got this one from a friend of mine, unofficial fifth member, Joel Smith. Got this Crypt of the Living Dead on JLT Films, which I mentioned I got another JLT Films, Blood Sabbath. So these are cool, just cool classic horror movies, so it's pretty cool. Then this on VCR, The Scavengers. I don't think I've mentioned this yet, but this is like some crazy, sleazy western about a group of like people, and the Civil War ends and their commander like doesn't tell them, so all the people still go around killing and like raping villages and stuff. It sounds ridiculous. I know Something Weird like did a DVD-R release of this, I believe. So that's cool. Really rare. Then speaking of rare, this. Let me get a close-up of this. Yogg. Monster from Space on G-Video. G-E-E video. Look at the... I mean, this is as rare as it gets. Half of this cover, if you look at the little goatee, that is hand-drawn on there. And as is distributed by, that is lit. I can tell by looking at that that has to be hand-drawn. And then they used, like, crayon to fill in. I mean, this is insane. So beat up, but it adds to it, really, in my opinion. Like, I've never heard of this movie. Well, I've heard of the movie, but I've never heard of this release, this titling. Like, I've never seen this anywhere else, so I was super happy to get that. Now, I guess I'll move on to... Well, hold on. I'll show this off. This is the Force video release of I Eat Your Skin. Beat up, of course, like almost every like copy of this movie is, but if you can see the cover, it's insane. Doesn't have anything to do with the movie. I'll read it to you. It's all these like claymation aliens. Look at this effect this Earth garbage had on Nebro. He's a fool. The zombies were so cute, I wanted to take one home. It's a smash. Boffo box office, I'm sure. This movie is a total barf out. I have really nothing to say about that other than it's ridiculous and really clever advertising. Made me really, really want to get that tape. This, Twisted Tales, this is a shot-on-video movie. This is actually the very first release of the movie. There's another release that came out, I think, in the year 2000. But that's a much later release. This is like a 90s shot-on-video movie. And as you can see on the back, it looks crazy. person sleeping with a skeleton. So I'm really happy to have this. It's just DIY release. Like, you can tell it's just computer paper printed on there. It's really cool. Doubt I'll ever find one like that again. Then another release that used marker, as you can see from the top, is this Mummy's Dungeon. I did a review of this. So bad. Like, the movie is terrible. And even on the tape, it looks like it says 10 of 96 in Sharpie up there, if you can see that. Which I have no idea if that means there were only 96 copies of this pile of shit, but I hope there were. I have one of them though, so that's great. Really bad movie, go check out the review. Then in the last update we mentioned Black River Monster and Hackers. Well, I finally got Black River Magic. This is even rarer than those other two. I know no one else with this movie. Camelot Studios, the company who released it, they don't even offer DVD-Rs. I honestly feel like they don't even have a copy of this movie. So yeah, really cool release. Let's see. This is so rare. This is El Spiritu del Zombie. This is a release from Barcelona. But in America, this is known as Southern Shockers. And it's a Mississippi shot-on-video anthology movie from like the mid-'80s. This is the only release of the movie ever got. There was no US release. There was no release anywhere else. And I know very few people who have this, but big shout out to David Coleman and the director of this movie, and I'm really happy to have this in my collection. Now, some slipcases. Alright, I'll go through these kind of fast. I got Slashdance. Heard this movie is complete trash, but with a title and cover like that, I mean, I love the girls on this. Hopefully I haven't mentioned this yet. But yeah, Slashdance. Then I got some Cinema Home Video releases, which I love, that company. Kingdom of the Vampire. J.R. Bookwalter, who did Dead Next Door and a bunch of other Cinema Home Video movies, but he directed this. It looks hilarious and cheesy and everything you'd want from a movie like this. Then I got this on eBay for really cheap just because I wanted more Cinema Home Video stuff. This is Shock Cinema Volume 4. As you can see, it's the same cover as Volume 1. They just put a Vol 4 sticker on it. And yeah, really cheap release, but really cool. It's just like a behind-the-scenes type of deal where they interview people and like talk to different horror actors, actresses, and stuff like that. Then I got a Tempe videotape, which I love because they add special features on their tapes. They have a behind-the-scenes featurette and the Bee's Nest video magazine. But yeah, Winter Beast. I heard the effects in this are insane, and it's gonna be one hell of a winter. And so just looking at the cover, you can tell like it's gonna be really fun. Then I got 2 Video Outlaw tapes, which is another company I love. I'm pretty sure they have special features. Yeah, Video Outlaw is basically Tempe, and they have the Bee's Nest video magazine. But here's Dead is Dead. Shout out to my boy Grant for pointing this out on eBay. Cheap auction for this. It looked faded, but glad it's not. Cool horror movie to have. And then this, also Grant hooked me up with this Zombie Army. We did a trade. This is so cool. I love that cover, love the title, love everything about this movie. You can tell from the pictures. It looks great. Next up, another shot-on-video movie, Dreamstalker, which I watched. Classic movie. This is on Artistic License Inc. Home Video, who also did News Colony of the Dead and a couple other movies. Dark Harvest, I believe, was one. But yeah, it's great. Really good effects. Fun little shot-on-video movie. Rare one, too, actually. I'll talk about these two. I forgot to talk about this when I mentioned all the Air stuff. This is A Man for Hanging. This is like a horror, western, like film noir-ish movie. It's really, really good. It reminded me kind of Night of the Hunter. The guy is just relentless, murdering, raping, and I don't know, really fun, cool release. So happy to have that. Got that from Tony. So Death in Deep Water, a thriller video slipcase. I got this on Amazon really cheap. Slight fading on it, but still cool. And like all thriller video tapes, I want them. So yeah, don't have much more to say about that. Then these last two are dope. This, Tony Piazza, thank God you saved my life by giving me this. Fatal Exposure. Not to be confused with the 90s movie. This is on Tapeworm, same company who released Ricky 1, Lunchmeat, of course, and a bunch of other movies who I collect, so if you have any of those, hit me up. But this movie is ridiculous. It's so fun, so good. If you haven't seen it, like, you are missing out. Hopefully a review of this is coming soon. And last, but definitely not least, Rock and Roll Mobster Girls. You know how it is done. This was... I only need 2 more Don and Michelle tapes. And I did a review of this movie. As you probably already know, it is terrible. Tried to rip off Spinal Tap and failed miserably. But I'm really happy to have it. It's a cool tape, cool cover, and cool history. So, I don't know. If you have Splatter Farm or Monsters and Maniacs, hit me up. I need those desperately. So, guess I'm just gonna kick back, watch some of these movies, send us some free shit, be on the lookout, more reviews coming soon. I didn't show off a tape because I didn't want to spoil it. I'm gonna review it, and it has a cool cover, so I kind of wanted for it to be fresh once I do review it. But oh shit! Notice 3 more tapes I didn't talk about. I'll go through these really quick. Swamp Thing on Embassy, Clamshell. Got this on Amazon, super cheap. Icebox Murders, shout out to Justin Rice. Got this and I traded him for this one. And last but not least, big shout out to Dave Montgomery. He sent me this Warner Home Video release of Motel Hell. This is the UK release, so there would have been no other way for me to get this unless I wanted to pay the insane shipping prices to get it shipped here. So really cool guy. Thank you for this. And yeah, keep shitting. Look out for some more stuff. Thank you everyone who donated to the Kickstarter. We reached the goal. Keep donating. We have, I think, maybe 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks, I don't know, left. And I mean, all the money that you can donate basically will help us in the post-production, help us eat over the summer, help us live. We need gas money desperately. We still need places to stay around the country. We're going up, like all the way across the top, down Seattle, down through LA, and then down across all the southern states, and then back up. So, I mean, if you live in any of those states, want to be interviewed, know anyone that we should interview, have a place for us to stay, hit us up, and yeah, send us some stuff. Keep watching the videos, keep reading the reviews, and thanks.